Carolyn.
There are roughly 3 million Americans starting from ages 2 to 6 who stutter. Some grow out of it and some don't. I was one of the lucky ones who didn't. Since I was young, I realized that I was different. I had trouble saying my words, saying certain sounds and syllables like A, E, I, O, W, H, and so much more, and still to this day have so much difficulties. Students and even teachers would make rude comments under their breath or to my face, and even the school district denied me access to a speech pathologist, and that obviously did not help my situation. Although I had the haters, I also had those who accepted me for the way that I am. Though they became my friends and were there for me, they didn't fully know how to act or reply to someone who had a stutter. They would finish my sentences for me and do other things that little did they know made me less confident in speaking and made me less confident in speaking and made me stutter more. Stuttering has a profound impact on one's self-esteem, ability to engage with others in their daily life due to the fact that their peers have little to no knowledge on how they can support one who has a stutter. Stuttering is a speech disability where one elongates, has a block, or repeats a sound, word, or syllable. Stutterers know what they want to say. Their brain just clogs them from what they want to get out. So, the part of your brain that is most affected with speech, which causes stuttering, is your the left inferior frontal gyrus, which processes the planning of speech movements, which is in the blue on your left. Also, your left motor cortex, which controls the actual speech movements, which is the dark pink on your right. The Broca's area is where your cerebral blood flow is produced, and where it controls how smoothly your speech is. Stuttering causes the Broca's area to have less blood flow to that part, which causes more stuttering. There are multiple causes of stuttering, but the main ones are emotional problems, neurological problems, trauma to the brain, and just having it in general, like being born with it. Stuttering increases when one is excited, stressed, or nervous, like I am today, and they use interjections like and no. As a child, I used no a lot to help me say my next word, and that is what introductions are used for. Stuttering is a huge confidence breaker for both genders and causes a lot of mental problems. For example, during my research, I found a study that a group of pathologists did, and they found that stutterers, especially women, suffered from negative self-perception. And stutterers in general suffer socially from their stutter because they are afraid to talk to people and create new relationships, whether it is romantically or friendly. Being a young woman in today's society, I have experienced all that comes with society standards of what women should be, act, and look like. Having a stutter just increases those standards and makes me definitely more insecure than I already am. Although stuttering makes females suffer mentally, it is also found that stuttering is more common in males than females. So you can probably guess that males also suffer from these mental issues. This is mostly because either females seek therapy at an earlier age or they either grow out of it. Stuttering can also be genetic, but it's not always the case. During my research, I found an article from the Stuttering Association for the Young, and an individual named Jeremy Hayes shared his story, and I want to share it with you. Sometimes when a new teacher would call me in class, she would assume that the struggled pause before the answer meant I was caught off guard and wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention. I knew every answer, but I wasn't able to speak unless I absolutely had to. Eventually, everyone caught on. I caught on too. I figured out how to replace easier words for harder ones. Sometimes I would discreetly tap my toe to find a rhythm for the sentence I was trying to say. These little tricks helped me get the words out, but I still fell apart. I was a child seated in the cockpit of a giant hollow machine. I was working the levers as quickly as I could. So as you can see, both genders have difficulties socially and mentally from their stutter. And although therapy can be very helpful to individuals who stutter, what matters most is how your peers interact with you. So pretty much whatever you say to an individual who stutters, you will make an impact on them, and they will definitely remember how you interacted with them. And many people don't exactly know how they can support or help one who stutters, so I'm going to tell you. It's pretty easy. Just act like nothing happened. So what that means is don't finish their sentences. Be patient and listen. Don't rush them because then they'll definitely stutter more. Make sure they are relaxed, and if they need to take a deep breath, then let them. And unless we signaled to you that we need help saying a word or thinking of a word, then these ideas should pop into your head so they can finish their sentence by themselves. Growing up, it has been very helpful for me to have this support when people just listen and don't interrupt and just let me speak and don't rush me. It has helped me increase my stutter, increase the better of my stutter, so it can be stutter less, and has made me more confident in speaking and not afraid to make relationships and go into opportunities that I never thought that I would be able to do because of my stutter. So overall, how you act with an individual who stutters makes a huge difference on them, because whatever you say will stick with them. So having a good support group for a stutterer can not only help them stutter less and be more confident, but it can also help them accomplish things that they never thought that they would be able to because of their stutter. So educating yourself on stuttering and any other speech disorder will change your perspective on this topic. I really hope that you took the information that I gave you and used it in real life experiences.